Hi, do you remember last year when Ford dropped the news that they were converting to NACS? And shortly after, everybody else in the industry followed suit? Well, it was such a tectonic shift change. And here we are, roughly a year later, and Tesla drops that new bombshell on us all of a sudden. As far as I understand it, the entire Supercharger team has been gutted. Now, why could that be? Because sure, it's easy to jump to conclusions and say that that was a crazy move by Elon. Sure. But if we think about this a bit deeper, I think it's the business case. I think they've sunk quite a lot of cash and capex into this massive expansion of the supercharger network, and they are under very high cost pressures and performance pressures. That's the only thing I can think of. Now, how is this going to play out? And I'm really interested in following this story in the next few days and weeks because, for one, the integration between the software, the platform, and the hardware is just unparalleled, unrivaled. Uh, the other EV charger providers have a lot of catch up to do. The other one, the best practices for deploying at scale. You know, Tesla is the only one that to date, as far as I know, does pre-canned packages of chargers, switchgear, transformers, all in a skid that are ready to deploy in 4 days or so, is the latest I heard. I mean, that is a massive, massive endeavor that they've nailed down. And everybody else is so far behind, again, because of the fragmentation in the industry between chargers, between electrical distribution providers, manufacturers, and the integration of it all, just on the hardware side. But then you have to also think about the software implementation as well, with plug and charge and all that functionality. So what's going to happen with all these assets? Are they just going to let it go? I have a good friend that actually I asked him today about this. He's been a Tesla driver for many years now. And his point is, well, maybe they don't need to develop the product anymore, and it's just a matter of copy pasting. So that's why all these layoffs are happening, and perhaps they're going to continue developing the sites. But as we're seeing already in Electrico, they already started to cancel some leases in New York. So again, what's behind this, and how are the rest of the industry players going to move based on this news? Interesting to see. If I were BP Pulse, I'd be very interested to learn the next steps because they make a huge announcement last year for $100 million order. How's that going to play out? Are they still going to commit to it? Is that going to hold now? Are other EV charging OEMs going to jump in? And it's really interesting. So never a boring or dull moment in the EV charging space and e-mobility. So looking forward to watch this. If you have any comments, I really appreciate your feedback on this because we'll have to navigate this together. So thanks, and hope you're going to enjoy this new series of content and impressions that I'm going to be posting because I do feel that it's worthwhile developing, sharing best practices and sharing insights because we only have one shot at getting this industry right. And news like this really affect us all, one way or the other. So we have to all stay on top of this and adapt our business cases, our business models, our opportunities, pursuits accordingly. So see you next time.